Leicester City nil, Aston Villa 1, a Ross Barkley banger, 4 wins from 4, up the Villa. So here we are, 4 wins out of 4, absolutely buzzing, sitting second in the league. And just want to say, like, me and Ryan, we went to Leicester away last season in the pouring rain. We got battered 4-0. It was a terrible drive on that motorway. It was a horrendous away day, but to see us perform like this tonight was absolutely brilliant. You know, I was sat at home watching it, and like 0-0, I'm like, we were brilliant. Like tactically, we were great. I thought we were competing with a top side, which cancelled each other out at times. I just thought it was an absolute brilliant game to watch, even though it wasn't goals galore. It was still great to watch, and I was just engrossed through it, through the whole 90 minutes. And then up pops Barkley. You know, we've said it before, driving through midfield, absolute banger. 4 wins out of 4. So Ryan, how are you feeling?
Oh, buzzing, mate. Absolutely buzzing. I must admit, pre-game, I weren't my usual optimistic self. Coming off the back of that win, I just thought typical Villa would be, all eyes around us to mess it up. But wow. Bartley pops up with a winner. Loved it. Absolutely loved it, mate.
It's just brilliant. Like, we just look so good shape-wise. Defensively, we look brilliant. What were your thoughts, Justin, when you were watching it then today?
Similar to Ryan, you just know Villa are going to throw a spanner in at some point. You're thinking, oh God, hyped up for the last week or so since the international. We've all had so long to enjoy that result. You're thinking, God, we're going to watch this now. We're going to throw an absolute clunker in and come adrift. But no, I agree with everything you said. Yeah, I think tactically, it was as satisfying for me, that 1-0 win, as a 7-2 against
Definitely.
Liverpool. Because that's what we need to be now. We know we can score goals, but we can also grind out a result. Tactically great, back four great. I really enjoyed the first half. I think I said it on the group. I thought it was a great first half where we was both probing each other. Let's not forget this is a team that battered us twice last season. And they've been a regular top 6 team in the Premier League for the last few years as well. So they're no mugs. Yeah, they were missing Vardy, one player, but I thought we were fantastic. And to go and nick it like that at the end, that's, we've got another Grealish type player, haven't we? In Barkley that can just go and do that. He was a little bit wasteful at times tonight, and he was trying to go deep to pick the ball up. But when it really mattered, last minute, he got a bit of space. He drove to the edge of the box and he pulled out an absolute beaut.
Right.
What can you say? Stunning.
It was brilliant. I mean, one thing I thought from watching us today and in other games is last season our form against the top sides was absolutely shocking. I think we got a point against United and we beat Arsenal at home towards the very end of the season. But I feel like I've got confidence in us now that we're able to sort of do a job as well. So defensively, we can keep it tight, we can match teams, but then we've got that explosive counter-attacking power as well. And I just think even going into like the top sides now, I'd feel quite confident that we're actually going to achieve something. Does that sound weird, Justin?
No, it's brilliant. I think Ryan's computer is so excited now. He's blowing up. It's that exciting. No, I agree absolutely. Let's not forget that it took 12 games last season to get 11 points.
Yeah,
12 games to get 11 points. We've got 12 points after 4 games.
Yeah.
Forget relegation now. Forget any worry whatsoever about Villa having any kind of a rubbish season. There's only one way we are going now, and that is easily, if this carries on, top half, and let's just see where it takes us.
Do you know what?
Fantastic.
Top half for me now is the goal. I mean, I'm looking at top 10. That's not me being unrealistic. we've gone and beat Liverpool 7-2, and we've gone to the King Power and we've put in that level of performance. Now, Leicester are no mugs. They're a good side, even without Vardy. They are a very, very good side. You know, they're bringing in Iheanacho. I mean, he scores for fun against us anyway, every time he plays. So,
Yeah.
and Ryan, when we went to that away game, it's horrible to go there, isn't it? It's just a horrible away day. It's just, you know, I know there was no fans, but the fans don't like us. And whenever I go to that stadium, I just feel bad vibes every time I go in there. I mean, so I don't know what the players must have felt today going back in there, but talk to me about the contrast from when we were last in that stadium. Then, you know, the fans were chanting we were going down. You know, talk to me how you're feeling now.
It's probably one of the worst away games I've been to. You know, it was on the back of losing the Carling Cup, the Carabao Cup final.
Yeah.
When we sort of had that group huddle, and we thought, okay, we've had that group huddle at the 90th minute, and we'll go again. And we landed in Leicester, and it was dreadful. It was by far the worst performance under Dean Smith, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And we just looked doomed. We just looked doomed. Dean Smith looked doomed for his job, and we looked doomed to be relegated. So to see that level of performance today was unreal. You know, I felt so proud to be a Villa fan today.
Yeah.
Like Justin said, the first half, I was really proud of Villa because it was a tactical battle. It was matching them pound for pound. Like Leicester are no mugs. Yeah, I know they lost 3-0 at West Ham, and we was going to get a reaction today off them. But apart from that, they'd won their other 3 games. So you know, this is a top 6 side. Yeah. We've gone there. We've matched them pound for pound, and a couple of times, yeah, they looked like they could penetrate us. But you know, I felt comfortable watching us. I felt comfortable in that back 5. The goalkeeper fills me with so much confidence. It's unreal.
I'd said before, he's not conceding all season. He's hardly conceding. He's not.
He concedes when he wants. But,
I know.
Yeah. But yeah, it was just all round a fantastic game. And the last 10 minutes, they started to come back into it. And what pleased me the most is we didn't panic.
No.
We was determined. We was disciplined. We stuck to the plan. And we got the rewards.
Definitely.
Well, yeah, brilliant.
Mate, if we stick like this, Messi's on his way. He's going to be in Messi's here, isn't he, in Jan?
Yes, too right, man. Get him in.
Why wouldn't he want to come to us? No, but in all seriousness, Justin, who stood out for you then? Who was sort of like your man, man of the match, or a player that you thought did really well today?
I think we should always just discount Jack now and just say he's man of the match every game, and then who's secondary man of the match to him every game. You know, he was great again, wasn't he? You know, that back heel in the first half. I think Target actually read that one and he wasn't looking round all round for it. He actually ran onto it. Second half, he was even better. You know, he was dictating the show. The one slight criticism, it's a real small criticism of Jack tonight. I felt like he didn't want to pull the trigger. He got into some really, really good positions. And in the past, you'd have seen him having shots. Whereas tonight, I think he just held on to it just a little bit too long, which is barely a criticism of him because he creates everything for us anyway. And I think special mentions tonight, I think Trezeguet once again put a huge shift in down that right. I think last 10 minutes, it was pretty obvious he had to come off because I think he tried a crossfield pass and it barely went 20 yards. I think he was so tired after the sort of effort he put in. Matty Cash was great, you know, that rugby tackle in the first half, fair play to him. You know, that's the kind of thing you need, isn't it? Bloke had gone past him.
Yeah.
I'll just bring him down then, there's no way. Yeah, he got it. That's it. You know, the 2 centre-halves are great. The keeper you've touched on, brilliant. Matt Target, once again, no one talks about Matt Target anymore, do they? Because he's having some good games. You know, he's not letting people past him. He's looking better going forward. Barkley looks good. Louise looks decent still. McGinn probably wasn't as on the forefront of the game as he has been. Watkins was a bit quiet, but that's because I think the service probably wasn't there because it was such a cagey game, you know. But he did well when he was called into action. All round, very good display again. You couldn't really fault any of them.
I mean, there's
you've
one
you've gone for the whole 11 as man of the match.
Yeah, basically all of them, yeah. All 11 are man of the match. But that's what you need, isn't it? That's what we're talking about. You know, we've got a team now. This is what we're saying. We haven't got individuals anymore. We haven't got 4 players. You think as long as one of them 4 does a good job. Last season we were saying really need McGinn to play well here today. Really need Jack to play well. And the rest you were just hoping could put in 6s and 7s out of 10. Forget that now. We've gone in 11. We've got an 11. That's what we've got. We've got a team full of very good footballers.
We have. And one that you didn't mention, Justin, that I thought actually did change it, to be fair, in the last 10 was Traore. I think we've not seen much of him at all, but I think when he came on, he added that little bit of pace, and that's something a little bit different. And I think he sort of upped that tempo a little bit for us.
Bit of a wild card at the moment, isn't it? Because you just chuck him on.
Yeah. I thought he was really good when he came on, and again, that's what we've been missing. That little bit of something that can come on and just give us that 10% extra, which was brilliant. So, we've got Leeds next. Go there and do it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm just confident now. But I think, Smith needs huge credit now. He's done a brilliant job so far. And hopefully we're going to get, better and better. So, I'm buzzing like we all are. So cheers, lads, for coming on tonight.
Nice one, Luke.
Up the Villa. So the next one on the line tonight is Seb. How you doing, mate?
Good evening. That's a nice 3 points.
Oh, mate, I cannot believe it. I thought we played really well. I thought tactically, defensively, the shape of the team was unbelievable tonight. And I was sat here thinking, you know what? I know it was going into a 0-0, but I loved watching it. I thought we were great. And I was watching us today, and that's what I see teams do week in, week out at the top level of this Premier League. And we've never really done that before. We've never tactically sort of kept it so tight and believed in what we was trying to do. And then obviously at the end, we've made it 4 wins from 4. I can't believe it, mate. I cannot believe
You're buzzing, aren't you?
Second in the league, 4 wins after 4. And come on, you'd look at that now. We've played Liverpool, we've played Leicester, right? Albeit we've played 2 teams near the bottom as well, and we've got 4 points. That is unbelievable. How are you feeling?
Yeah, look, I'm almost overjoyed with how well we played, but we played a different type of well tonight.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know whether this is going to make sense, but we played differently, but still managed to pull off a brilliant performance. Tonight wasn't about how well can you attack, can you counter-attack them, can you cause them troubles up the pitch. Tonight was more about how compact can you keep it at the back and see what you can get when you try and catch them on the break and try and catch them off guard. And I think we did that really well tonight. I think Smith got it spot on. He had the defenders in a compact line. They never really moved. So we never really dropped too far back, allowing them to push on to us and create trouble for us. But we never kept too high of a line either, as in to let Iheanacho run in behind. He got it spot on tonight. And the back 4 and the 3 in midfield just in front covering them worked brilliantly. They worked alongside each other perfectly tonight. And I think that's what allowed us to push forward in the last minute and score that winning goal, which I do think we deserved.
Like you say, I thought it was an all-round really good performance. And watching that game, I'd have took a point because I'd have said there were 2 evenly matched teams. There were 2 evenly matched teams that both were quite wary of each other's attacking outlets as well. So we kind of like stifled each other all game. But it was a game where you had to be on your mark through the whole 90 minutes because obviously Leicester were doing the little one touch around the box. We were having to stay disciplined and intercept them. We were then breaking forward. They were pretty good at defending against Grealish. It was just really good to watch. It was like engrossing football, and to see us sort of go there with a tactical plan and then come away with the win. It's just brilliant to see. And I think, I can go through the whole lineup again and say everybody was fantastic. Matty Cash, brilliant. Konza, Colossus again. Douglas Luiz looked really good. McGinn was great. And even Traore, when he came on, he changed that last 10 minutes, Traore did, because he gave us that injection of pace and more of an outlet. And I thought he was brilliant as well. And he came on for that 10-minute cameo. So who stood out for you then when you was watching it?
Yeah, look, I think we played really well as a unit tonight. But Douglas Luiz, I think Noel mentioned it to me on Twitter just before I came on. He was saying how you look at how much he's improved since lockdown. He's a completely different beast almost than to what he was before we went into lockdown. And he's improved massively. And I think that has shown in his performances and allowed him to express himself more on the pitch. And as for Bertrand Traore, like you said, he gave us a different attacking outlet tonight. Trezeguet, don't get me wrong, he works his socks off and he's brilliant going forward and even better going back. But he gave the Leicester defence something else to think about with his fast skills and his pacey nature. Look, I really enjoyed it tonight. It was a really good tactical affair. And one thing that stood out for me tonight is we looked street smart.
Yeah,
I don't know whether this is going to be mentioned a lot, but if you look at the 4-0 loss to Leicester last season, we were awful. We were letting them get in behind. We were creating fouls left, right and centre. Tonight, Matty Cash made an error. He let Harvey Barnes get through. And without any hesitation, he almost rugby tackles him. He gets him by the shorts and he makes sure that neither the ball or the player is getting past him, which I love to see. It's the little things that I noticed tonight. Grealish, he gave away a foul. He's not giving them that ball back so that they can take a quick free kick. He's holding on to that ball until he's forced to let it go. And that's what I noticed tonight. And maybe that's what got us the 3 points.
I mean, we've said it on this podcast quite a lot that staying up last year was so important because we would be so much better this year. And it's so true. We just look a million miles better all over that pitch tonight. We honestly, I don't want to sound like I'm getting too carried away and I'm saying like we're going to be bang up there because we might not be, but I just think it's so pleasing to see that an Aston Villa side full of confidence has got 4 wins out of 4. We don't have to fear anybody. We can go out there this season now and start playing with this confidence into every game that we play. We can give every team a challenge, and I think that's so important. And it's going to be so good for us fans, albeit that we're not going to be watching us quite decent in the stands. But we can believe that we're going to be quite good this season now. And I think tonight proved it for me. I feel like the Liverpool was absolutely brilliant, but it's games like today that are important, that you can beat a team like Liverpool, but back it up tonight. You've got to back everything up, and I feel like we've done that tonight, and we've got to keep this confidence going now into the Leeds game. 5 wins out of 5, and let's go top of the league, game in hand. Why not?
Yeah, I mean, you're completely correct, and I think I speak on behalf of all Villa fans here, where I truly think we've got our Villa back now. Looking at that performance, going away to a club like Leicester, who, let's beat around the bush here, were the top 6 contending side last year. Yeah. They're not someone to mess around with. Brendan Rodgers is a top-class manager, and we've matched them in every department, if not bettered them. And I think we're fully merited for the 3 points today. So other than the little niggly things that Dean Smith and co will work on the training pitch, I think us fans can look at that performance and be proud. And I think the rest of the league can look at that performance and think, well, we need to watch out for Villa this season.
I think, like you say, it's like we need to start getting a little bit of credit for what we are doing and how well we are playing. And I think Dean Smith was probably happy that he just goes under the radar and he's not mentioned in, say, like a bracket of, a certain type of manager, and he'll be happy with that. But I feel like he now...
Marcelo Bielsa.
That's what I mean. I don't want to say his name, but I feel like he deserves so much credit. I mean, like, 2 weeks ago, he had his 2-year anniversary at Aston Villa, and look at the job that he's done. You know, there was fans last season calling for his head. And it just shows that if you stick by, you have a plan, and everybody works together, and we've got a vision of where we want to go to, we can achieve anything. And I think credit to Smith, man, because he's just the boss. Like, he's such a geezer. I love him to bits, and I think he needs so much praise for what he's doing, because it's his club as well, and he's under immense pressure. He's under immense pressure from the fans, from the board, probably, because last season he probably was, you know, looking over his shoulder whether Perslow was going to give him a call at times. But he just needs credit. He just needs credit because he's done a brilliant job, and long may this season continue to this level, because I think we're brilliant at the minute. I think we're absolutely brilliant, and I can't wait to see us get better though. Like, I don't feel like Smith will be sat there now thinking this is the level that we're at. I feel like he'll want more from the players, which excites me to see what's to come. So moving forward, is there anything you'd change, or are you just buzzing to play Leeds now?
I mean, I really want to beat Leeds. This is one of the few games, maybe Baggies is up there as well, where I think I look at Leeds and I go, that could be. It's really weird because Leeds was never seen as a derby or a rivalry team, but within the last few years and those actions at Ellen Road a few years ago, the fans between the two sides have almost been heated up off the pitch. And look, I have the utmost respect for Leeds. They're an old traditional club, and it's nice to see them back in the league that they probably deserve to be in. But for their fans, it would certainly be nice to get one over them. So I'm looking forward to Friday night, and I'm buzzing.
I'm looking for a Smith absolute masterclass pending. That's what I'm hoping for. Bielsa better get them binoculars out, because we're coming for him.
Oh, that would be nice.
Oh no,
that'd be nice. Look, it's going to be a good game anyway. It's going to be an attacking game.
Thanks for your call, mate. Speak to you soon.
No worries. Up the Villa.